So, what went wrong for the Denver Broncos in their 42-17 butt kicking against the Detroit Lions? We're going to be talking about what went wrong for the Broncos defense in this particular video. We'll cover offense in its own film study, but the Broncos defense got absolutely pushed around and bullied up front. The Lions ran the ball really, really well. They were able to set up play action, and they just exploited the Broncos all across the board. So without further ado, guys, let's just go ahead and get into the film. So we're going to start off with this play, and I think this is a great play to showcase just a microcosm of what went wrong for this Denver Broncos team on Saturday night. So it's just going to be a simple running play to the left side here. We've got the left tackle and left guard. That's Taylor Decker. I'm not sure who's in at left guard for them. They've had a bunch of offensive line injuries. They are going to double team DJ Jones on this play, and they are going to take him out. I mean, they're going to push this cat about 4 or 5 yards back. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then we've got the center, Frank Ragnow. He's going to completely wash out Tyler Lancaster. And then, sorry, not Jonathan Cooper. We've got Penei Sewell. He's going to come over here and just completely take out Thomas Incoom on this one. This is a great job of team effort on this blocking by Detroit, and it gave Denver fits pretty much all night long. We saw Detroit get 6-7 yard gains pretty much at will because of their really great blocking that completely took out the Broncos defensive line, and it was pretty much no matter who the Broncos put in there on their front seven, they were just going to completely get demolished, and you'll see it right here. You got Penei Sewell coming around to take out Thomas Incoom. DJ Jones right there is just getting absolutely embarrassed. Like, look at this. He's getting pushed back by the left guard and left tackle. Tyler Lancaster is getting completely locked up right there by the center, Frank Ragnow. You've got a chance here for Alex Singleton to come in and make this play. And then he's playing contain right there, or Incoom is, but you'll see that Penei Sewell comes in and wipes him out. Lancaster tries to get off his block, but Frank Ragnow is resilient. He's not going to let him get off of his block at all. And then next guy who's got a chance at him. And then see Alex Singleton right there. He gets washed out as well. That's embarrassing. P.J. Locke's got a shot at him right there, and he does get him. But Alex Singleton whiffs on that as well. I mean, this is just a microcosm of what went wrong up front for the Broncos. The Lions penetrated them up front. It was embarrassing. Like, this was taking the Broncos defense out to the woodshed and beating them to a pulp. It was ridiculous just how squishy and soft this Broncos team was up front. And if you want to summarize what went wrong in one play, this is it right there. And if you're running the ball effectively, if you're Detroit, you can get your play action game going. And one thing that they love to do with a quarterback like Jared Goff is just run these deep in breakers over the middle of the field. Nothing fancy whatsoever, just a deep dig route, even though that is an absolutely terrible drawing of it. But they love to do these on play action, and Jared Goff is so good at throwing them, man. He is really impressive making these kind of plays. We've got Josh Reynolds, who's going to be matched up here against Fabian Moreau. The Broncos on this play showing quarters coverage pre-snap, and then when they drop out, it does indeed look like a match quarters kind of look. And you'll see here that Fabian Moreau completely gets his hips turned on this play. He is in a bad position, has his back to the inside of the field right here, which allows Josh Reynolds to make this cut so easily. And Fabian Moreau, by the time he kind of realizes what's going on, it is way too late. Jared Goff makes a perfect throw here. And then coming back to the line of scrimmage, you'll see off the play action that we nearly get home up front right there. I think that's Baron Browning. But it doesn't matter because Jared Goff is able to step up just a little bit right there and makes a perfect throw against a absolutely cooked Fabian Moreau. The Lions picked on Fabian Moreau all night long. They got him on these in-breakers. They got him along the boundary. It was not a pretty night whatsoever for number 23 in Denver. And the Broncos are going to have to address boundary corner at the draft or at some point in the offseason, but this just cannot continue to fly, man. Fabian Moreau got picked on big time in this game, and when the Lions ran the ball as effectively as they did, they were able to get their play action going, and these are the results right here. This play right here highlights just another massive issue for this Broncos defense. They had zero answers whatsoever for the Detroit Lions speedy guys, and they also really struggled with missed tackles, and this is another play that just showcased about everything that went wrong all in one play. So we've got Jahmyr Gibbs right here, who's split out to the left side of the formation, and we've got Amon-Ra St. Brown in the backfield. Defenses always have to account for a wide receiver in the backfield. You're risking a linebacker getting matched up on a wide receiver, which is never good news. You'll see right here that they're going to bring Jahmyr Gibbs in motion, and Jaquan McMillan tries to pass it off. They fake it to Gibbs, and they show that they're going to throw the flat right here to Gibbs, and they could actually probably get a nice little completion if they were to throw that flat, but you got Sam Laporta, who's just going to get lost right here, because then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's running a wheel route that's going to take Jaquan McMillan completely out of the play. So you've got just a wide open Sam Laporta right there, who gets lost in all of this trash. The one guy who's got a chance to get him is Josie Jewell, of all people. And you'll see Jewell actually closes in and has a chance to get him, but makes a horrible effort, takes a really bad angle right there. And then Laporta breaks a couple tackles. Like, you just got to get in there and make the play, bro. And then Sam Laporta able to dive into the end zone and score on this play. It's great play design by the Detroit Lions on this one, and it highlights about 5 or 6 massive issues for this Broncos defense, man. The bad tackling, the unable to account for the Lions' speed, all of it was highlighted on this one, and it was terrible all across the board, Broncos country. Really bad stuff right here. One player who I unfortunately thought kind of had a rough day at the office was PJ Locke, and this is one where he just gets exploited in man coverage, and it's another great play call by the Lions where you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown press right here at the top with Pat Surtain. St. Brown's just going to take an inside angle and kind of push Surtain up the field, and then they're just going to run a little Texas route right there with Jahmyr Gibbs, who's got man-on-man coverage with PJ Locke on this play. And PJ's just going to kind of get lost in the trash on this one, unfortunately. It's a great job there by St. Brown, kind of choking off the angle. PJ takes a bad leverage right there, and you'll see that all Gibbs has to do is break in. This might have even been an option route, and that's just too easy for the Lions, and they score right there. PJ Locke had some missed tackles. He also got exploited in coverage. It's kind of hard for him. There's not really a whole lot you can do in this situation. It's just really a great play call, and that's what happens, man. The Broncos got out-coached on both sides of the ball. I thought Sean Payton didn't call his best game, and certainly Vance Joseph didn't call his best game. And just personnel-wise, the Broncos got dominated in this one, and that's what really shows it here. So I thought that overall, these are the plays that most highlight the Broncos' struggles against the Detroit Lions. They're going to need some help if they want to get into the playoffs, even if they win the next 3 games. But it's all about having the mindset of next game, and they're going to have a really tough test against the New England Patriots, who are going to give the Broncos some very similar struggles here, especially on the other side of the ball, which we will talk about in another film study. But until next time, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. Please be sure to leave a like on this video. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.